group. My name is Dhaval and मैं हूँ आपका दोस्त and आपका host from Aussizz Ahmedabad. Okay, so last Friday was 30th of April. On that day, we started broadcasting new episodes on study in Canada, in which we are gonna help you to solve all your doubts and queries related to study in Canada. And as we promised, we are going to broadcast it on every Friday at 5 p.m. So please note down the day and the time. It's a Friday at 5 p.m. Okay, so last Friday we started. So this is our second episode. So welcome, for the second episode. And in this episode, we are gonna talk with the experts. And last time I introduced you our Canada destination manager, Ms. Shraddha. Hi, Shraddha. How are you?
Hi, Dhaval. I'm all good. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well in this pandemic times. Please stay strong and follow all the COVID guidelines so that you are not infected. So and you are not able, you should not become the carrier also. So please be safe and healthy. Please take care of yourselves. Sanitize your hands, wear your mask, and keep social distancing. And as Dhaval has mentioned, that we have started with the series on Canada. So today is our second session. So we'll be definitely having the coming sessions also. And this is to provide you the complete knowledge about Canada in terms of very minute things and end-to-end processes related to Canada, the education system, what are the booming industries, how you're supposed to carve your path over there, then how are you which kind of programs will help you to have the PR over there. So this is the motto behind doing the live sessions. So yes, please stay tuned with Aussizz group, because every Friday at 5 p.m we are going to come live and would discuss different topics on Canada, related to Canada and the education system, which will help you out to get over their PRs easily and quickly. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for you know definitely be joining with us.
Sure, guys. Yeah, thanks, Shraddha. So please, guys, note down the date. It's Friday, every Friday at 5 p.m. And platforms are on a Facebook, and Instagram, and on a YouTube. Okay. So first we have promised to our students that we on a every weekly basis we are gonna provide them the recent updates. Okay. Last week we started it. So for this week, Shraddha, can you guide us for the recent updates for study in Canada?
Definitely, Dhaval. As promised, we will definitely cover all the updates that are coming in terms of what are the VACs are going are up to, what is ISCC up to and all. So yes, there is not much change in the updates as such, but yes, it has created a lot of panic amongst the educationists, consultants, and of course with the students. So let me help you out with that. So last time I covered three updates. The updates remain just the same. That is, there are travel restrictions for Indian and Pakistani students who are traveling to Canada because of the increasing, numbers of COVID cases in India. So that's one thing, and that has remained just the same. And the it is restricted till 22nd of May and until further notice. So we are not sure when they might even postpone it or even prepone it. So for the time being, it is till 22nd of May 2021. That is one update. The second update, that VACs, that is, visa application centers are closed, but you do not have to panic because you can still submit your files online. As you know, Canada student visas are filed to be online also. So that's not an issue for you to worry about whether VACs are open or closed. That might be issues for some, but do not panic about the same. You can still submit your files online. And of course, the passport centers are also a little bit, going haywire because of the shortage of the staff and due to the COVID, increasing COVID patients in the team. So that is one of the issues. The third and the thing that is creating panic is about the deadline set by the IRCC, members. Now they have said that there was one update on 30th April. They said that if you're planning for fall 21 intake, that is September 21 intake, you need to submit your file by 15th of May 2021, which means that to have your results out, to have your desired outcome, which means if you are ready to fly on for fall 21 intake, you need to submit the file by by fall 2021, right? So no, you can have your proper quarantine plan in Canada. You can travel, the transition for traveling would be smooth for you students, right? Which means that you can also submit after 15th of May. But then at the same point of time, the desired outcome would not be as required, like, as it is desired by the students. It can be beyond the fall intake also. And that's the reason they have set up this thing. So there is no point to be, though there is no thing to be panic about it. You can definitely submit it after 15th of May, but it is advisable, it is recommended to do it on or before 15th of May. Not just that, okay, not just that, your outcome would be there before August 6, 2021. That is the promise that is being given by the IRCC members. So people, please do not panic if it has said that 15th is the last date, but do not panic because people have pending biometrics, people have pending medical, people have not yet got the visa, not yet got the payment receipts for GIC, or GIC certificate is pending. So please do not panic if you get it later 15 also, that's okay. But yes, try to get it before 15. That is about the recent updates.
Yeah, thanks, Shraddha. And one more important thing that you have covered, and I'm so thankful to you. Okay, so guys, the thing is, this news were impacting on students on a negative side. Okay, but we make sure that you don't take it as a negative. Okay, because I came across many students who has a mindset that I got a news that I have to submit my visa file before 15th of May. If I'll submit it after that, I won't get visa. So it is not like that. ये ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. इट इज लाइक कि अगर 15th of May से पहले अगर आपने वीजा फाइल सबमिट करी तो कैनेडियन एम्बेसी विल मेक श्योर दैट यू गेट द वीजा बिफोर 6 of the August, right?
Absolutely correct.
एंड उसके बाद में भी अगर लेट सपोज अगर कोई सर्कमस्टेंसेस हो जाता है एंड you have to put a file after 15th of May, so you need to worry about it. Yeah, the time frame can be stretched out, but it won't be like that you won't get visa. Okay, so and there are traveling rules and everything, but it is based on temporary. So as earlier said in the last episode, please take it on a positive side, because enrollment process will also take a time. It is not like that, it is not kind of food that you have in front of you and you will eat it. Okay, so it is a time consuming process. So you have to start it with the offer letter and other enrollment process. So don't waste your time, take it on a positive note, and make yourself safe and secure. Okay, so Shraddha, just one quick recall of previous episodes for our viewers. Okay, so we discuss on the 8 booming industries. Okay, so can you give me a quick recall on that?
Absolutely. That's a good way to start today's session. So in the previous session, we talked about how one can make career in Canada and how they have glorified lifestyle, high living standards and all, because they focus a lot on their industries. And we discussed 8 booming industries and in Canada, and those industries are, to start with, petroleum industry, then we have petroleum industry, metal mining, we have engineering sectors, all the sectors of engineering, then we have business and management, we have e-commerce retailing, we have then cryptocurrency. It is a trend setter. Canada is a trend setter, so this is one of the trend setting industries, which is being pioneered. So cryptocurrency is one of the booming industries. Then we have agriculture, and and at last but not the least, we also have primary and medical care. So these are the 8 booming industries in Canada. So when I say you have, these booming industries definitely can have a desired career for yourselves. And to have the desired career for yourselves, you need to have that much of foundation, that much of studies to be done, right? And that's how that's how students desire to go to Canada to study over there. So in today's session, we'll be covering what are the different programs that they can study stream wise. Okay. Okay, before we start, let me just give you a disclaimer kind of a thing. As we have time constraints and we have planned our sessions for good 30 minutes, so we're going to go into bits and pieces. In today's session, we'll be talking about the different programs which will facilitate your PR possibilities, that is like quickly and easily to get a permanent residency in Canada. In the coming sessions, we'll talk about the level of education, and then we'll help you out to know what kind of opportunities will struck if you get into the right kind of a program. So this is the first session on the choosing your or selecting your right programs. So definitely will definitely help you out in the right programs, and which will definitely help you in getting the permanent residency easily and quickly. So that is about today's session, and we shall start with that. How about how about this, Dhaval?
Yeah, that's completely. So that's what we are gonna do is, and I do, as you have so many streams to cover up with you. And the first thing is that from my prospects, what I think is like, if anybody, any student want to jump into this booming industry, obviously, from last episode, what I carry in somebody that is, I always say Canada has everything for everybody. Okay, so any international student want to secure their career in any field. Okay, what I personally believe is course or program is the important thing that they can give an entry on that. Okay, so let's figure it out. Three different streams. Like in India, we see that we are just somebody about the three streams that we follow. One is arts, another one is commerce, and another one is science. Okay, so Shraddha, can you help me with these streams? And before that, can you bifurcate the two difference in the what is the difference between courses and programs in Canada?
Absolutely, Dhawal. It's very much important for one to understand the terminology that has been used in the different education systems. For example, let's take an example of India and Canada. When I say I'm doing a particular course in India, when I say I'm doing BCom, it's a course. When I say I'm doing BSc or BA or engineering or something like that, these are known as courses in India. Whereas in Canada, when it's just the difference in the terminology. Whereas in Canada, we call it as programs, right? That's the difference in courses and programs when you talk about India and Canada. At the same point of time, you might get confused because in India, when we say subjects, right? When we say subjects, they call it as courses. For example, if I'm a 12th grader, okay? If I'm a 12th grader and I'm studying subjects like physics, chemistry, and mathematics, and biology, so at the same point of time, I'll be saying that I'm in a 12th grade and my courses are physics, chemistry, math, bio. So that's how it is, right? So you have to understand when I'm saying programs, I'm talking about the whole, courses that are being you have to study. And when I'm saying courses, it has to do with the subjects that we do. And as I've already mentioned about that in the next session, we'll be covering about the level of studies. I'll help you out with what are course credits, whether they are transferable or not, how many course credits you need to earn to complete a diploma or advanced diploma or a degree, postgraduate diploma, certificate programs. So I'll definitely be able to help you out in the next session about this thing. But in today's session, we'll be helping out what are the different programs the student can go for, right? So that is the programs. And agar if I talk about arts stream, if I talk about commerce, or if I talk about science, or maybe we have figured it out more than three streams, right? So of course those are the subsets of each other, because all these streams go hand in hand, right? So if I just talk about art stream, it is not only arts, but a bit of commerce would be related, a bit of science would be related. So that's how we'll definitely discuss all the streams and the programs one can apply for.
Thanks, Shraddha. So for me, it is like, difference is like in India, we have courses, and under the courses, we have subjects. In Canada, they have programs, and under the programs, they have courses.
Absolutely.
Kind of similar. And under the courses, they call it as a units somewhere. Okay, so that's completely amazing for me. Okay, so now jump onto this fields and the streams. Okay, so let's discuss which are the fields are there and which programs can be help for a student when it comes to the career prospect and when it comes to the easy permanent residency, because that is the most fascinating things about the international students. Okay, so how about if we start with the underrated field, and that is arts and performing arts. Can you help me with that?
Absolutely, Dhawal. It is so underrated in India. You have to, when I was going through all the programs, right? Throughout my career, I have dealt with students like like so many students have dealt with. If I have to, bifurcate between arts, science, and commerce, only 15 to 20% students go for arts. And then, of course, commerce and science is all 50-50, right? That is 40% and 40% commerce and science. But if I just want to talk about arts, if I calculate, only 20% students of, go for arts stream, because it is much underrated. People have not explored what exactly arts is all about. So let me just quickly brief you what exactly art studies is all about. See, art studies related to philosophies and the ideologies that is in and around in the, it is all here. It is all the feelings, the, the different kind of emotions and the related kind of programs to it, right? So there are various programs related to arts, and it's closely works with humanities. However, it is very, very difficult, to, make you understand what arts field is all about. But it is the study of the human condition, utilizing methodologies and different pedagogies that are usually, speculative. That is, speculations are made, analytical and critical. So these are the major things about art studies. And the different programs that one can go for art studies is all about, they can go for, something related to sociology, psychology. They can go for humanities, humanitarian studies, history, geography. They can study political science, economics, tourism, culinary arts. Then they have performing arts also. Now performing arts is like, into theater, perform music related, something related to music, related to, of course, creative writing is there. It is, now performing arts is in creative writing in terms of poetry, then photography. Then they have, some different theaters, right? So these are performing arts. Then they have, filmmaking, animation, and other certain things related to that. So that is about arts field. Also, they have, like, there are very few studies which are not that very common for Indian students. Now, for example, they do have studies for particular region. Those are known as aboriginal studies, right? So they have this, tribal areas and all. So they study north. They have studies like northern studies. Then they have studies like First Nation studies. Now, First Nation studies is like studying of the, the developed nations and all. They call it as First Nation studies. Then they have women's studies. Now, this is a particular, place or university which has a good graduation. You can actually do your bachelor's in women's study. So, it is all about how women think and all. Now they have every, when I if you remember in my previous session, I said every bit has a, you can actually, you pursue your career in every kind of a bit of a, program that you are looking for. So imagine you're doing women study. It is all about women leadership, women empowerment and all, and it's a proper study over there. Then they have anthropology, study of human being, how they have been evolved from homo sapiens to homo sapiens sapien, like from, like, it's like from apes to this, and the whole evolution theory and all. It's all about adaptation, philosophy, philanthropy and all. So this is all about arts field. I want to add one thing about arts, even though it is not much explored field for Indian students, but I would want you to explore the field, because apart from this thing, if you really want to make your careers, it is much required for mass communication, journalism, right? Then it is also closely associated with civil services, then community development, political science I've already mentioned. So, if you're looking to have a career, it is necessary to have a strong foundation in this particular field. And this kind of education will really help you to, have a flourishing career after, after your education, of course. So this is about arts.
Sure, that's completely fascinating for me because I never explore art stream and I never took this much seriously research about the art stream. And thanks to you, Shraddha. And now we can explore so many parameters and so many substreams of the arts field. Okay, so now let's go on to the commerce. And when I think about commerce, one thing that comes in mind, that is business. Okay, but now I want to explore other fields in commerce as well. So can you help me with that?
Okay, commerce is closely related in between, like it is like a transaction kind of a thing. Whenever I say commerce, it is exchange of something related to something, and that has to be done within the supervision of a manager or something like that. So that is commerce. It's a broader line, in a broader picture. Basically, if we talk about the programs, it is related to management and of course finance, right? So when I say commerce, it is not only with just just the finances, but also managing also, right? So managing, you can be like, you can get into international business management, global business management. It is also into the operations for logistics, and how the transportations take place. So it is all about logistics, supply chain management. Then it is all about marketing, sales and promotion. In marketing, they have so many things like, there is like PR activities, right? PR is not just permanent residency, it is also means public relations, right? So PR activities are there, digital marketing is there. Then you have sales and promotion, you have integrated marketing communications. Then then again we have strategic marketing, strategic management is there. So all these fields, all these streams come under commerce field. Then we have finance related programs. Finance is like accounting, finance. Then accounting as a different, finance as a different. Then financial planning, financial markets. So there are different kind of programs available on this particular field. Then we can go for human resource, that we usually call, right, human resource management, right? In human resource management, when we say human resource, it's like managing people, right? In like when I talk to you about Canada, or when I talk to you about international students, they also international programs, they are also known as culture management. When I say culture management, a normal mindset says that it is all about the culture and tradition and all. It is that, but that culture is subjective to that particular organization, to maintain the culture of the organization, to drive that organization. So that is known as culture management. So in commerce also, they have various fields, and in commerce it is like closely related to the transactions also, and to manage people. So when I talk to you about commerce field, it is all about business management, finances, and how to run a business. That is all about commerce.
Yeah, thanks, Shraddha. So next, jump on to the another stream, and that is, from the secondary, higher secondary. The one thing that bothers me about the, law of motion, law of this force, and about Laplace theorem, about this formula, and that bothers me a lot. So, let's explore the science.
Okay, science is the most preferred kind of an stream for maximum students, right? Then they go with the other things. But science is like, it's everywhere. Wherever you go, it's all about science. The study of this is science. The study of this is science. How the way it works is science. So I don't have to explain anybody what science is all about, or what are the importances all about. But yes, at the same point of time, it has four major pillars, right? So science stream has four major pillars, and these major pillars are physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. The four main subjects a 12th grader definitely studies, right? If a student has got into a science stream, and if he's a 12th grader, he'll be definitely studying three out of it, either physics, chemistry, biology, or physics, chemistry, mathematics. There are very few who will study all the four: physics, chemistry, maths, biology. I'm one of those. I've studied all the four subjects in my 12th grade. So, coming to the point. So science stream is very vast and wide, and it is all about the experiments that you do, the different kind of, life cycles that has been there in the society, not just the society, in the, ecology that we say. So the different programs of science are related to physics, chemistry, maths, biology. Let's talk about biology. In biology, you have zoology, you have botany, you have biotechnology, bioinformatics. Then we have lots of biochemistry, microbiology, molecular biology, and so, a nuclear biology is also there. Nanotechnology is there, right? So they're like smallest of the smallest bits. They have the graduations in Canada. That's about biology. Then we talk about physics. It has classic physics, it has modern physics, it has quantum physics. Then we have thermodynamics, we have kinetics, then we have, aerospace sciences related to physics. Now, if we talk about chemistry, we have inorganic chemistry, we have organic chemistry, medicinal chemistry, we have physical chemistry. Then chemical engineering is also closely related to chemistry, all the solutions and and all the solutes and solubles and what not has been related to chemistry, right? All the chemical reactions and all. So it's all about, these are the different programs. You can have each, you can take each bit of it and you can have your graduation or your master's in this particular field. Now, there are other programs like geography information system. Then we have environmental sciences, environmental science studies. You remember we talked about something related to metal mining and all. So studying for the metals, then studying all the oils and gases and the matter, basically study of matter, that is oil, gases, and of course solids and all, right? So we have every kind of a program that is available in Canada for science field. I've just mentioned, I would say almost 60 to 70% of it. There are still many programs available in science field also.
Okay, so we count so many things, and the list is must go on. And when it comes to science, okay. So how about the similar field when a majority of our audience and students that belong to that stream, and that is nothing but other than engineering. So how about applied science and engineering?
Okay, like when I say applied science, it is the application of science, and of course, it's the subset of science field. So all the engineering programs come into the applied science kind of an program. Now, when I talk to you about applied science and engineering programs, like when I said that, like oil and gas industry, that is petroleum industry, gas, I mean to say gasoline, okay, petroleum industry, metal mining, or when I say when it comes to any kind of in robotics or something like that, it is all the engineers that they do, right? So we have different engineering programs in this thing. Now these different engineering programs are obviously, let's start with computer engineering. We have software, we have networking applied, that is bachelor's or master's in applied science in computer engineering, software engineering, IT. Then we have networking, we have developing app development, game development, and those I have already shared in the previous session. But yes, all the engineering sections related to computer science. Then we have mechanical engineering, we have automobile engineering, then some electronics or electrical engineering, a combination of electronics and mechanical engineering is known as mechatronics. Then we have chemical engineering, genetic engineering, then something related to factory engineering is also there, integrated wood designing, architecture, even though it is not a part of an engineering as such on a whole, but yes, it is also a, I would say, subset of engineering program that is related to architecture and all, right? So architecture is one field, interior designing is also field. Those are not part of engineering programs, but yes, these programs are also, they also have this similar subjects that is related to mathematics and engineering, like hyperbola, parabola. I'm going too deep into this thing, but let me just help you out with the engineering programs. We have chemical engineering and all. I guess I have covered all the engineering programs.
Oh, so and
Wait, I forgot about civil engineering, structural engineers, and of course mechanical I have shared, yes.
okay, so that's why I came to know that students prefer engineering, and that's why we have majority of audience that belongs to applied science and engineering, because it has so many things to cover. Okay, now if we talk about the medical and paramedical field.
Oh gosh, it is like, I don't think I have to explain this in this COVID situation. You have seen how it's like frontliners, right? The warriors that we say. And to pursue some career into that, you need to have some kind of an education. Like say, if I just have to, it's just an injection. If I talk to you, right, to just to give an injection also, you require that kind of a skill, right? So every smallest of the small kind of an thing has a program over there, right? As in terms of has a course over there rather. So for medical care and like you can become physiotherapist, pharmacist, dentistry, even you can pursue your MBBS. The only point is they don't call it as MBBS, they call it as physicians or medical practitioners. Yes, students, you can pursue your medical in Canada. However, the route is pretty long, very long. But yes, you can pursue all these fields which is related to medical. Yes, you can become pharmacist, you can become dentist, you can become physiotherapist, you can become a general practitioner, physician, that is. You can become one in Canada. You need not have to worry. It is just you have to start your career from your grade 12. That is the primary requirement for this particular things, right? Also, there are programs related to gerontology. Then there is like early childhood, youth care. I spoke about this about rehabilitation in the last session, right? Then addiction. So you can study how one can work in rehabilitation center. How what are skills required for you to get somebody out of addiction, right? So that is one thing. How to take care of young babies, how to take care of elderly people. So there are programs for such particular things also. Personal support worker. Like let's say somebody is ill and not able to walk, these days, you might have seen people around you. They are not COVID patients. The elderly couple staying all alone, and the kids are in abroad. They are situated abroad. So such people require some primary care and all. So there is a particular program for such people as well. So this medical and primary care is like there are variety of programs, and yeah, this is about primary care and medical students that they can really go for and can really ease the life of the patients or the little discomforting to comforting zones of the people over there.
Sure. Thanks, Shraddha. So almost we have covered all the 5 fields that we have given information to our students. Yes.
Okay. So these are the 5 bifurcated streams. There are other streams related, that is some fields related to education or counseling, fields related to nutrition, nutraceuticals are there. So this is just for your information. We have bifurcated into 5 different streams. However, we have lot of programs which can be the subsets of each or the any other kind of an stream also. But yes, there are other programs also. Like I said, I will be covering the level of studies later on, but there are different certificate programs where a smallest of the small things like fire safety is there. Then there is like microwave studies, or maybe relate microwave wave studies. Then the studies related to heating and refrigeration, or just regulatory affairs or something like that, right? So there are certificate programs also available which are like entangled in any of the streams, but yes, they are there in Canada. So do not worry about the programs. And the point that we have said that you will help you out to select the right program to facilitate your PR possibilities. So this is where we are trying to help you to understand first the streams. If you are from X stream and you want to go for X and half stream, let's say if you are from stream 1 and if you want to go to change your stream and go to stream 2, whether it is possible or not, how it will affect your visa outcome, will it affect your PR possibilities or not, it is very much important for you to understand these things. Whatever streams I've just said to you, it is just a giving you the list of the streams, but what actually matters is your profile. So whenever we select a program, whenever we counsel students to give certain profiles to them, it is always necessary to understand the profile of the student. And each and every profile is way too different from the other profile, right? Each profile is different from the other profile altogether. And the interest also matters a lot, right? So you have to closely monitor your interest, and will help you out to get you into the right program, so you would not miss the chance on your visa outcome ratio. Not just that, if you get into the right program, if you get into the right industry, that will really facilitate your PR possibilities like anything, and you can become a resident, permanent resident of Canada quickly. So that is the whole point of giving you an idea about all these streams.
Sure. Thanks, Shraddha, about that and cover all the streams. And the thing is, what I take you from the now that, like, for international students to make their path for the permanent residency or the settlement, or to make the career in perspective. Okay, so they have to choose a particular course that is right for them. Okay, and we always be there to help them out. Okay, first thing is, guys, I want to cover, like, let's suppose if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, please drop it in the chat box. Okay, so in the comment box. Okay, so in the next episode we will definitely cover it, and before that we will answer it very quickly. Okay, and so Shraddha, can you give me a quick recall of summary of this episode? That we have covered five streams, so let's cover it up quickly.
Okay, so there are different bifurcated streams: are arts, science, commerce, applied science. Then we have, primary care and medical streams. Also, in other or miscellaneous, we can talk about nursing, we can talk about environmental engineering, we can talk about applied nutrition, and other fields is like, miscellaneous kind of a thing, where you can also get into the bachelor's of education. That is, B.Ed program is not that famous in India, but when you do B.Ed program, you can earn 6-digit salaries over there. So counseling, B.Ed programs, and all. So the gist of today's sessions is all these 5 streams plus the miscellaneous streams those are available over there. And this was about today's session. In the coming session, we'll be talking about the different levels of education and what is the difference in getting your PG diploma and the masters. What are the course credits and all. So we'll definitely work it on for the next session. We'll keep it for the next session.
Yeah, thanks, Shraddha. So, guys, we have covered up in a first episode. We check about the 8 booming industries. Now we have check about the 5 and more streams or fields that you can follow. Okay, so thank you for watching us, and please note down the day and the time. It's every Friday at 5 p.m. Please be online. You can check. You can watch it from the Facebook, from YouTube, and for Instagram. Okay, if you have any friends and family members who are planning for study in Canada or get settled, planning to settle in Canada, please share these videos with them as well. And if you have any doubts and queries, please mention in the comment section. Okay, we will very quick to help with that. Okay, and for further queries, please contact your nearest office. Okay, Aussizz branch. Okay, and thank you, guys. Please take care and be safe at home.
Also, hit like and share button if you really like the session. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you for
thanks,
coming on.
Shraddha. Thanks, viewers.